A family-centered wound still stings, but talking to an empathetic friend can provide the support to alleviate, transmute, and heal. Though this is recorded for a particular day, please keep in mind that these readings are timeless, so whenever you come across it, you're meant to find it, and there may be a message within for you. Hello everyone, it's Amanda with Orchid Divinations, and I'm here with your message of the day. So I've started to open myself up to being more receptive to any signs or downloads that I either come across or receive on my daily walks. Today the sign was an odd one. It was a random jellyfish balloon hanging from a signpost on the end of a neighborhood street. I couldn't really read the sign next to it indicating what type of event it was for or directing guests to, but it was like how people place balloons or signs showing guests or passing cars where an event, such as like a birthday party or garage sale, is taking place. As you can imagine, a clearish jellyfish balloon was a very interesting choice. Maybe it was an ocean theme party, I don't know. But what I heard upon seeing it was something has stung. A wound that may be washing up, that's either continually happening or just lingering. But it was something that had created some kind of a stinging wound. Upon pulling the read today, I have 3 cards that have very strong ties and meanings of family attached to them. So that kind of alerted me to this wound being something caused by or related to family. This wound has created some sort of a soul fracture within you. That soul fracture I'm seeing as we get into the read seems to be the separation between your giving nature and the need to pull back in defense because that nature is being taken advantage of in some way. So as I think of a jellyfish, think of something being buried, almost invisible, until a wave washes it up, and as it does, it stings you out of nowhere as it comes over you. So this wounding may be something deeply buried that resurfaces in waves of emotion, or something that lays dormant and hidden that comes towards you and literally stings you out of nowhere upon its resurfacing. So I'm seeing a few hints as to what this wound may be, though it may look slightly different for each person. With Reclaim Your Energy and the 7 of Swords, this shows me the wound may be stemming from a feeling of needing to give to people we care about the most, in this case, family, in a way that depletes us. I sense someone was perhaps taken advantage of because of this loving generosity and internal sense of obligation. One scenario I was hearing was someone still providing for a past partner after a divorce or a separation, but it goes beyond obligation to an almost absurd level. Like, I'm hearing a spouse that cheated on you, but after the split still expects you to pay for their nails or shopping excursions, things beyond household needs or care for your shared children. The 7 of Swords here, behind the 10 of Pentacles, in some decks, this card is labeled the Thief. So, reiterating that message of people, in this case family, taking from you energetically, emotionally, or quite literally stealing your money and resources. Again, if not a similar scenario to the one I just gave, it could just be with the Reclaiming Your Energy card, a wound of heavy expectations placed on you and energy depletion. Sometimes only getting praised and loved, like this cat getting pet here, for what we can give and provide. You may be running yourself ragged just trying to please a depleting family whose needs or expectations are too high, that you give to either energetically or by means of finances or resources, without very much, if anything, given in return. And that's the soul fracture, because you care, and it being your family, it's assumed that they love and care for you too. But what they are doing hurts. This sting could simply be just the realization that these others do this, or it can be an actual betrayal caused by a family member or members that got brushed under the rug for the sake of false peace, going unacknowledged during each family get together. Maybe you tried to defend yourself in the past regarding this betrayal or the feeling of unfair burden, but you went unheard. But it's very possible that you may not have expressed any of this wounding or sting outwardly at all, because I'm seeing in my surrounding decks here cards of silence, here with sacred silence and the hermit. The imagery I'm drawn here is of someone shirking back, recoiling in silence into this bag. I feel you may deal with the situation knowingly or just reflexively by becoming very reclusive in an honest means to restore your depleted energy, or perhaps even to stop people from seeking you out, to ask for more financially from you in some cases. But this reclusion only allows the sting to fester, because in these moments, the wound, despite being buried, washes up again out of nowhere and resurfaces, and the sting is again felt. It's outward expression that allows things to be transmuted rather than internalized with the throat chakra card here. It could be that you are currently in a reflected hermitive state, away from others at this time, only to just now come to the stinging realization, and it just now washing over you, of this unfair depleting family dynamic. As seen here with the Kumara card, this speaks of a realization of family connections and the dynamics they play. So this realization could be washing over you now in the silence and hermited withdrawal, away from those family burdens. And you could be discovering a betrayal, or with the thief card here, the Seven of Swords, noticing someone having kept or stealing money from you, or even just seeing that a family member or family members had been deceiving you in some way. Finding this out really stung you. It came seemingly out of nowhere. It could just be a sad realization of only being valued for what you were able to provide, or being attended to, like this cat here, when you're doing financially well, or when others are coming to you for something. With Kimara and Whole again, these cards suggest the need to be honest in situations where you may have kept silent, allowing yourself to engage in this unhealthy dynamic for the sake of false peace. Whole again shows knowledge not being expressed externally. Expression with the throat chakra and the piper allows for energy and pain transmutation. It illuminates triggers and allows you to learn how to better deal with the pain or betrayal in the moment that it occurs, rather than just withdrawing, giving the pain more power, and settling into the burdensome situation. This reclusion almost becomes a tacit surrender, an unwitting compliance. It's time to reclaim your voice and your energy. You need to adopt the energy of the realm bridger. She attunes herself to moments when she feels drained or ungrounded, noticing when she feels flat or out of resonance with certain people or places around her. When we embrace this energy-aware lifestyle, we can start to notice when we feel drained or ungrounded, which then allows us to express in a way that reclaims our energy. Reclaiming your energy here is like the Hooligan card. It talks about fragments of ourselves we gave away to others before adapting this new energy awareness, as well as that internal split of wanting to be generous or caring, but being hurt for it. With these two cards, it is possible to recover and restore yourself, but you have to first acknowledge the energy or resources being given without reciprocation, gratitude, respect, or even love. It's as though you were simply feeding a void. So again, this metaphorical jellyfish comes up when the tide, which is symbolic of emotional flow, starts to rise up. especially in moments when all is silent and brings in that unexpected and sharp sting. This could be from a recent deception, or again, a deception or abuse long past that washes up or resurfaces again, triggering the sting. Or the rising sting could even be that thief person, someone taking or asking for more from you, and each time they do, you feel deceived, duped, or stung. When you see what or how they use or misuse what you gave to them. In contrast, over here, we see the Piper card. And this is someone who is empathetic, someone who listens with sensitivity and clarity. Paired with the friend card, it shows here this is someone who can lift you up by providing the safety to share or discuss this wound without judgment, allowing again for that healing and energy transmutation from expression rather than hermiting away in reclusion as a means to seek solace. The universe suggests finding and talking to these friends, this safe company. Side message, with the pipers tied to music, it shows that music can also be very healing and transmuting at this time as well. So, communicating outwardly to genuine friends helps to release this wound's hold, the wound that festers in the silence, only to rush in sporadic emotional waves, sometimes unseen. The throat chakra and the piper and reclaiming your energy shows that when you discuss, share, and examine the triggers and the wounds with a caring, empathetic friend, the sting starts to dissipate and it starts to detach and loosens its hold. So far, you've been dealing with things by reflexively going into hermit mode, withdrawing to deal with the energetic overwhelm, or to literally even hide away from the greedy thieves trying to siphon things from you materially. Now, the universe is saying it's time to reintegrate. You've done the internal reflection and realizing now it's time to communicate it outwardly. However, again, you may not feel safe just yet in confronting this thief or thieves themselves. The web of life card here suggests that you share yourself at least within safe company and environments, these friends. Sometimes someone just listening is cathartic in and of itself. When someone else understands and validates a wound, it loosens and alleviates the pain. So again, this wound created by family may be a recurring sting that keeps happening, a residual sting, or if you don't know of anything in your current environment, this could just resonate as an ancestral wound that has carried over, and once you voice this odd discomfort you may feel or unknown trigger of energy depletion in any form, that could be a step toward transmuting and healing that sting from your ancestral line. A very, very rare message. For a few I'm seeing, since we have the death card over here to the side, there may have been a literal death in your family where there was some kind of inheritance that was stolen, kept, or hidden from you, and that is the family deception. Again, that's for a very specific few. So that is your reading. Sending you all my best with love and light. Have a wonderful rest of your day.